Oh my god, someone's getting out of their car and they're looking right at me. Awkward. For those of you who might be new, I started this YouTube channel when I was a senior in high school. And when I first started, it was more like makeup, beauty, whatever. Then when I got into college, I decided to make this video called My Top 10 Reasons for Going to James Madison University. And that video did pretty well at the time of my channel, so I decided maybe I should have shifted my focus more towards college, and here we are almost 4 years later. Today, I am very excited because I am going to react to this video that again is almost 4 years old. It was posted in 2019, probably around this time of like end of May, early June. At first I thought I was just gonna redo this whole video, and then I was like, let me instead react to my reasons and then see if I agree, disagree, or have other opinions. I also want to say I have not watched this probably since I uploaded it. I don't really watch my old videos unless it's like a vlog or something that I think of, but this one I haven't seen, and it's right when I first started my channel, so I'm like probably still awkward on camera, so I'm kind of scared, but let's get into it. My old intro. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through my top 10 reasons of why I'm going to James Madison University next year. I have them all written down on a little note card, so that's what I'm going to be referring to in this video. And yeah, if you're interested to see why I'm going to James Madison, just keep on watching. My intro is really short. I did a good job. I'm not as awkward as I thought I was going to be. My hair, so dark. The wing liner, I used to wear wing liner every single day in high school, and I look really pale. Besides that, let's keep going. Number one, let's see. So my number one reason of why I'm going to James Madison next year is because it is close to home. I live about an hour and 45 minutes away from JMU, so it's not a bad drive. It's really easy, it's all interstate, so that was one of the reasons that I chose a JMU, just because I thought it was easy of how I could get home, how people get to me, and it's just easy all the way around. I still agree with that. I think that's a great reason. I think it's far away enough, but still like close enough to where, like I said, people can get to me, I can get to them. It's just kind of easy. I feel like I definitely could have gone farther. Like a good example, a lot of people, they go to Virginia Tech from where I'm from Richmond, and that's probably like a 3.5 hour drive, I think. So I definitely could have gone a little bit farther, but an hour and 45 is perfection for me. I think JMU is close enough, but yet it's far away enough where yes, it's just a happy medium for me, which is what I really liked. So this leads to number two, and it's the location. So James Madison is really in the mountains, and I really love the mountains. I think it's so beautiful. A lot of my family lives up in Pennsylvania in the mountains, so I've grown up with it, and I just really love the scenery up there. It is beautiful. It can get a little cold, but I think that's just Virginia weather in general. One day you wake up and it's gonna be 70 degrees, the next you wake up and it's dropped to about 35, and I've just learned to deal with it. So that is my second reason. I still agree with that one. I do love it here in the mountains. I do think after living here, it's definitely changed how I think. And like having a job up here on a mountain and doing that kind of stuff, again, just has definitely changed how I think. I think too, like working up here, just like living daily life in the mountains is just kind of fun. Different scenery, because where I'm from, there's zero, there's nothing. So it is really pretty. It's really pretty, I think, all year round, like even in the fall, the winter, gorgeous. Number three is food. And I know that sounds a little weird, but yes, James Madison has the number 5 best ranked food in the United States. The food is supposed to be really good. I have eaten there a couple times before, and it's so good. They have so many options. I'm very excited about that part of college. There's a lot of dining halls you can go to. There's other options that aren't dining halls, and they're actually building another dining hall, so that's true. So the food definitely had an impact on my decision. I agree. This video is going pretty well. I mean, I agree with that. Since then, because again, this video is 3-4 years old at this point, they've built the new dining hall. It wasn't there when I was there. It got finished like the year after. And another thing to note is that I don't have a dining plan right now. I typically buy my own groceries and then like cook at my house. So I don't really eat there that much anymore, but freshman year, I mean, it was really good. I mean, it was a lot better than like you typically hear college food being. I don't know where we are on like the ranking nationally anymore. I want to say we've dropped, but I'm not sure. I don't know. There's definitely good options. And again, we definitely have better food than other places, but I mean, I'd agree. I think the food is probably something to look at when you're going to school. With JMU having the number 5 best food in the nation, I'm going to be needing a workout plan. I really don't want to go to college, gain the freshman 15 like everyone does. So I'm really going to need to have a workout plan. And that is my fifth, what am I on? So my fourth reason is that JMU actually has their gym. It's called UREC and it is the biggest on the East Coast. So that's super exciting. I'm going to have lots of options.
I don't know if that's true or not. I'll have to look it up. I don't know where I read that from, but I have to think that like somewhere else has a bigger gym. But it is huge. I remember the first time I went in there, I got lost. I did not know where to go. So the facilities, the thing about that is that you pay for it with your tuition, so like why not use it? I don't know if that's like a leading factor of why I chose JMU. I put it in here, but I don't know if that was like my driving factor to come here. But I mean, if you're into working out and into fitness and all that kind of stuff, it's gorgeous. It's a great facility. I don't know if it was my leading factor or one of.
So switching gears a little bit, my fifth reason is the student to faculty ratio. The student faculty ratio is 16:1, which is actually pretty good for a school that's as large as James Madison.
So we're probably, I think, give or take 25,000, 30,000 students at this point. I think this is a good point, but I don't think this matters as much as I thought it did. You would go to like tours and that's what they would talk about. It's like, oh, the student to faculty ratio is so small. But then when you think about it, your classes, like all my freshman year classes were like 300 people. Like it's not, I don't know, like it's not what I thought it was, basically what I'm trying to say. And like now that I'm older and in my major classes, they're smaller, but I still don't think it's as important as what I was trying to say in this video. But if that's something you're interested in, cool. I was clearly, but I don't think people need to put as much emphasis on it is what they do, especially when you go to tour a place.
I think they have around, I'm gonna say 25,000 students. I think I'm rounding up a little bit, but I think that's about how many they have. But where I come from, my class size is about 30, and I know that college classes aren't gonna have, most of them aren't gonna have 30 students because, especially being a freshman, you're gonna have all your gen ed courses that you're gonna have to take. So classes can get to about 300, but yet I still like the fact that there are enough teachers there for the teacher to student ratio to be 16:1. So that's another factor. Reason number 6 is that JMU's business school is ranked 5th nationally.
This doesn't really apply to me anymore. For those of you who don't know, I actually applied to be in the art school and I had to send like a portfolio and everything and got in, so that's fun. And then before I even started, I switched my major over the summer to do marketing, so I was gonna be in the business school. And now I'm in health sciences, so that does not apply to me anymore, but they do have really good business school. But if I had to remake this video, that would not be on my list because it doesn't apply.
So originally when I applied to college, I applied into their architectural design program.
Yep.
I got in and then I realized, man, I really don't want to do this anymore. So when I first applied to JMU, I really was applying to the architectural design program. And I really liked it, I was really into it. I wanted to focus on interior design and I wanted to get a minor in business.
Ugh,
but my degree was actually going to be a Bachelor of Fine Arts, which I wasn't really that big of a fan of. And I wasn't able to get a minor in business either. So I was like, I'm going to have to find a new plan. So now I've really been looking into marketing, and that is within the business school. So the business school being very highly ranked was another factor that led me to choose James Madison. Number 7 is going to be the JMU tradition, specifically the football games. So with the football games, it's really nice because there you don't really have to be a football fan to enjoy the football games.
How would I know this having never gone to a football game? Anyways, I'm just hating on myself right now.
Fear and just the people there are really what make the football games what they are. There's also a tradition that every time that we score a touchdown, we throw purple and gold streamers. So it's super fun, it's gonna be super pretty, and I'm very excited to be a part of that.
Did I just say streamers are gonna be super pretty? This one, I guess, I mean, again, I don't think it would be a leading factor for someone to go there, but I think the bigger point I was trying to make is just like, the atmosphere here. Actually, I think I say that once, so I might have tried to do like 2, but I think like the people, the atmosphere, especially the football games after going to them, I definitely agree with this statement, but at the time I had no clue what I was talking about. But yeah, JMU, the football games are great. You don't really have to watch the football to have a good time at these games, but yeah, it was a good time. They're a good time. I don't know what I'm talking about in this video.
Number 8 is just going to be the campus layout. I really like that it's a walkable campus. Everything's within, walkable distance, and it's able to get around easily. There's also a bus system that if you need to get from campus to somewhere else, it's very easy, it's very accessible, and that was another reason that I chose JMU.
I agree. I love JMU's campus, not even like how pretty it is, but again, just like the walkability of everything. When I lived there, I lived in the Village, so that was like right smack in the middle of campus. So I was basically kind of in between the two main areas. So like one is East Campus and one is like the quad where all the like buildings are. Majority of them at least. So I was like split. I could walk 5 minutes and be at the quad. I could walk pretty much 5 minutes and be at East Campus. So it just like, it was really nice being kind of split center, because if you lived on the quad, yeah, it was really nice. It was really pretty. You were like in the midst of everything. But if you had a class on East Campus, you had a 20-minute walk or a bus ride. So I liked where I lived. It didn't have AC, but just the location of it, agree, 100%. It was great. I still think, I really haven't been to like other colleges, if I'm being honest. Like I don't really know like the layout of another school to compare it to, but from what I've heard, I think JMU is really easy to like navigate and walk. So I agree with that statement.
Number 9, I was actually told this a while back and I kind of didn't believe it just because I thought JMU wasn't really well known nationally, but we're actually ranked number 1 for the most recommended university in the United States, which I think is amazing.
Again, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if it's still true, if it was true at the time. I have a feeling it had to be true because I don't think I'd like just make that up. Like I don't know, but I'll have to relook at that to see if it is. I mean, if that is true and if it was, that's great. That's awesome. Definitely, clearly that would be a factor. If it's the most recommended, it's gonna make people want to go there. So I can see the correlation, but I'll have to look it up and I'll put on the screen or whatnot if it's still true or if it was true in the first place.
And finally, number 10, I saved the best for last, and that's just the overall atmosphere and the people at JMU.
I thought I mentioned that. I don't know why I remember that, but for some reason I do. And I agree. Same thing, like I said, just everyone here is just so like in JMU spirit. Like everyone here just loves JMU, like truly. I think there's such like a community aspect here too. Just again, like a love for JMU, a love for the school, a love for just, I don't know, just being in a community, having that in common, I think is great. There's a saying here, it's called Duke's Hold Doors, and it's basically saying like people here are nice and kind, and however far away the next person is, you're supposed to like hold the door for them. I think it's also a little nod to like Southern hospitality, but I agree. I think the atmosphere here is 10 out of 10. Again, I really didn't know what I was talking about before I came here, but having been here for 3 years, I agree with this statement. I knew what I was talking about a little bit. That is gonna be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm actually surprised of how many I actually agreed with, and I didn't really like disagree with any of them for the most part. I'm interested to see if the 2 like statistics that I mentioned are still true or if they were in the first place. So I'm gonna look that up when I start editing this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys wanna see more videos like this, let me know. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell to get notified every time I upload. Hope you guys are having an amazing week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.